After clinching the district's 2 seed with a victory over Anderson County Friday night, the Spencer County County Bears have now won 5 in a row.
We just had a girls' game. That's a hard habit to break, I know.
With only 3 weeks left to play before tournament time, they will look to perfect their craft over the final 9 games of the season. Their next opponent, one of the best shooting teams in the state of Kentucky, the South Oldham Dragons. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Spencer County High School. I am Bo Bruner alongside John Hutchins, and we're here with GHP-SPORTS to bring you another night of Bears basketball. And John, tonight we have what I call an old-fashioned shootout. If you like fast-paced gunslingers, this is exactly what you're going to see. For those of you who've been watching us all year long that think Spencer County likes to run and put up threes, you haven't seen nothing yet. South Oldham is averaging 8 more three-point shots a game than Spencer County, and I would not be shocked, John, if tonight, between the two teams, we've seen 60 put up.
Are you giving me an over-under on that right there with that 60? I don't know. This is going to be a wild night out here on this basketball court. A Spencer County team that's really been kind of cruising to some victories as of late versus a South Oldham team who had won 9 in a row until their loss to a red-hot North Oldham team last Friday night. Spencer County has won the last 3 meetings between the Bears and the Dragons, and I guarantee South is coming to Taylorsville tonight with revenge on their mind. However, this one turns out, however this one turns out, it's bound to be a wild ride. I mean, the way these teams shoot, my only hope is that we can get this gym rocking tonight like it was rocking last Friday night.
But now, before we get too deep in the woods about South Oldham, John, we have to talk about the Bears' victory over Anderson County Friday night.
Yep.
And we're going to wait and do just that right after this break. You're watching Bears basketball on GHP Sports.
Oh, boy. What? We better get out of here. That clown is about to hit a water line.
He didn't contact 811 to mark the underground utilities.
Nope.
You saw that coming. Too bad he didn't.
Know what's below. 811 before you did.
The Cooperative Extension Office is here to serve all residents of Spencer County with educational and research-based programs. We offer programs for youth 5 to 18 years old through our 4-H program, where youth can make the best better. We offer free soil testing, and if you love to get your hands dirty, consider becoming a master gardener. We also offer programs for prevention, wellness, and individual family development, or you can check out our homemaker groups. We are located at 100 Oak Tree Way off Highway 44 in Taylorsville, Kentucky. Come in and see us or check us out on our website or Facebook.
At Acadia Counseling, we offer a professional, down-to-earth approach for adults, families, couples, and adolescents who are looking for lasting results in a non-judgmental environment. Located in St. Matthews and offering telehealth straight to your phone or Wi-Fi enabled smart device, Acadia Counseling offers evening and weekend appointments. Give us a call or schedule from our website and create a brighter future for yourself or a loved one.
Welcome back to Spencer County High School. And John, Spencer County finished off the regular season this past Friday night against Anderson County. Came away with a 55-29 convincing victory.
Yep.
But this game was extremely sloppy. 4 turnovers between the two teams in the first 5 possessions and starting out. And low scoring, Spencer County led 7-4 at the end of the first quarter. Spencer County was 0 for 8, John, from 3 in the first quarter, but right out of the bat off in the second quarter, Kellen Marksbury and Samuel Seawright hit back-to-back threes. The Bears defense would continue to stopple that Bearcat offense, holding them to 17% shooting in the first half offensively, and the Bears hit 4 of 6 from long range before the halftime buzzer, taking a 23-8 lead into the locker room.
Now, Bo, that is the second game in a row that we've recapped of the Spencer County Bears that you talked about and used the word sloppy. Now, I'm not arguing with your terminology at all. Spencer County, they've had a rough few games, both in the way of turnovers and scoring here of late. It's been very non-typical basketball for the Spencer County Bears. We said it a few times that you can never discount a district rival, and Anderson County came into that game on a mission. They were looking at the same stuff we were looking at when it come to the district tournament, trying to get their spot worked out the way they needed to. Coach Hyatt likes to use some different defenses and tries to muddy up the game, and the Bears struggled to find their groove early in it. The good thing was that when the second quarter got started, Spencer County flipped a switch. We finally started seeing some things come together on the offensive side, and the Bearcats really didn't have much of an answer for the high-pressure defense Coach Burns loves to employ.
More of that same continued, John, in the second half. Spencer County ended the game with 16 assists on 20 made baskets, shooting 20 of 45 from the field for 44%, 10 of 28 from three for 36%. And you think about that, that's starting 0 for 8.
Yeah.
So they ended up 10 of 20 from the second quarter on from three, cruising to that 55-29 win, improving their record to 12-8 on the season and 3-1 in district play, and like I said, locking up that all-important 2 seed for the district tournament. And that means they will be playing Shelby County. On Shelby County's home floor, but we will be playing Shelby County in the first round of the district tournament, which I think starts the week of like February, maybe 23rd-ish, somewhere around there. I'd have to go back and look, but somewhere in that range. But anyway, our Trevor Brown Construction Player of the game was Kellen Marksbury. Finished with 8 points, 3 assists, 4 steals on the night, John. He had a hot hand offensively and just doing what he does on defense, just constantly being a pest all over the floor. And also scoring for the Bears that night was Earhart with 24, Keaton Baird 7 points, owning the glass with 9 rebounds. Drew Barron had 6 points and 5 rebounds.
It was really just an all-around great effort from the boys, especially from the second quarter on. We talked about that rough first quarter. We saw some great action, though, from players that, we expected when you talk about Luke Earhart, you talk about Keaton Baird, Kellen Marksbury. But we also saw a lot of just tremendous play come off the bench last Friday night for Spencer County between Armstrong, Combs, Medley, Seawright. The Bears were able to rotate a lot of guys in and out, keeping us rested, keeping us locked in. That was very important for the game for the Spencer County Bears. Bo, you mentioned in the opening that with that win, the Bears sealed their spot at the number 2 seed in the district. We were just talking about that a second ago. And the fact that in sealing that 2, having the Shelby County game, actually the entire district is set. We know the entire seed. Woodford's 1, Spencer's 2, Shelby's 3, Anderson's 4, and Collins will be 5. And so having that set now, that's nice. Spencer County, it seemed like year after year going into the end of the regular season was setting some sort of a tie somewhere to where we don't know what's going to happen, waiting for the RPI. But, you got to think, even Spencer County is a 2 seed. Watching these boys play, I still believe this is a team that could make it to Rupp Arena. And by winning that game against Anderson County and being able to lock up that 2 seed, that kind of makes their path just a little bit easier getting to that regional tournament in Henry County. That night, too, it was awesome in here. We had free admissions for the students. We had the district staff members were here. The band was here. We had homecoming that night. And, of course, then you also had an Anderson County squad that showed up here with Coach Hyatt that kind of had a little bit of a long ride back to Lawrenceburg after taking such a rough loss. And so it was a great night last Friday night.
We are going to take another quick break, but when we return, we'll go over what we need to watch in the South Oldham Dragons, as we are now about 15 minutes away from tip-off on GHP Sports. The People's Bank is proud to be a sponsor of the SCHS Bears. The People's Bank is an independent, local community bank dedicated to serving Spencer and surrounding counties. At the People's Bank, we are here to serve you with deposit accounts, mortgage loans, construction and land loans, as well as business and personal loans. The People's Bank is conveniently located with 2 locations, 23 West Main Street in historic downtown Taylorsville, and a branch at 5511 Taylorsville Road in Fisherville. Or you can visit us at our website, www.tpbtaylorsville.com. Banking excellence since 1903. The People's Bank, an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Not again. You don't mess with underground power lines.
Should have contacted 811. They'll mark those utility lines free.
Yeah, but this guy ain't real bright.
Neither is the neighborhood.
Know what's below 811 before you dig.
When you look for a veterinarian for your four-legged friends, you want not only the best care, but also someone who loves your pets as much as you do. At Bourbon City Animal Hospital, we know your pets are family. That's why we treat you like you're a part of ours. Find us at 101 Buchanan Boulevard, Suite 1 in historic Bardstown, Kentucky, or on the web at bourboncityanimalhospital.com.
Are you looking for a reputable shop to take care of your ride? Stop by Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center, offering all manner of body and mechanical work to keep your vehicle looking and performing at its best. Conveniently located at 910 Taylorsville Road in Taylorsville, or find us on the web at Dougherty'sBodyShop.com. Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center. Big or small, we fix it all.
Welcome back to Spencer County High School as we get you set for Spencer County and South Oldham. John, let's talk about these Dragons.
Sure.
Spencer County and South have played 26 times since 2001. South has a 19-7 advantage in those games. Spencer County, as John said, won the last 3 in a row and 5 out of the last 6, including a 81-65 win last year at South Oldham, John, where Luke Earhart poured in 37 points that night.
Yeah.
So no stranger to this squad. After starting the season 2-6, they are now 11-7. They were riding a 9-game winning streak before losing by 10 to North Oldham Friday. A game, John, I sat and watched that game today. They were leading by 2 at the end of the third quarter.
Which is incredible in that alone. North Oldham has just been like some crazy Jabberwocky in the 8th region to begin with. So up by 2. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, they were up by 2 at the end of the third, going into the fourth quarter. But North Oldham put on a shooting clinic in the fourth quarter, outscoring South 34-22 in the fourth quarter. 34 points in the fourth quarter.
Unreal.
That's over an 8-minute time span. That's unheard of. But they are coached by Steve Simpson, who their court is named after at South Oldham High School. He's the elder statesman in the 8th region, and I would not doubt maybe the elder statesman as far as coaches go in the state of Kentucky, John. He's in his 34th season overall coaching high school basketball in Kentucky, 24th at South Oldham. He's coached 4 years at Augusta, and I'd love to go watch a game in that cracker box. But 2 years at Williamstown, 4 at Lincoln County before making his way to South, where he's been since the year 2000. Just last year, he picked up his 500th career win as a head coach. He is now one of only 54 coaches in KHSAA history to ever reach that milestone. Think about that for a second.
That's pretty good.
And back in 2013, he had a young hotshot assistant coach on his staff nobody had heard of by the name of Jason Burns. And Coach Simpson was very instrumental in getting Coach Burns an interview when a job opened up at Spencer County High School. And the rest, they say, John, is history.
Yeah, I love the fact that you call Burns a hot shot as he walks in front of us right now. I'm glad he can't hear me talking about this. But Coach Simpson, legendary guy in the state of Kentucky. And as you mentioned last year, picking up his 500th career win. But, not only is that something you don't see very often, I mean, that's something that you don't even hear about very often anymore. But it really – the idea of Coach Burns being assistant under Simpson, it brings an interesting dynamic to this game tonight. These are two guys that know each other pretty well, and it'll be really fun to kind of watch the chess game that's going to happen between Coach Simpson and Coach Burns. And really, I mean, I'm going to be on the edge of my seat just seeing what the two of them are going to do.
This team, John, likes to run and shoot threes. Not just this team, but all of Coach Simpson's teams. The top 4 spots in KHSAA all-time record books for most threes made in a season by a team are all Coach Simpson-led South Oldham squads. and this year's squad leads the state in made three-point goals as we speak tonight. They do have 4 starters returning from last year. 10% of their shots this season have been three-pointers, and they make them at a 39% clip. Out of the 14 players on the roster, only 2 shoot below 35% from long range. And no doubt, John, when they walk in the gym, you know what they intend to do.
Oh, yeah. Spencer County, they have to be ready for that, and I'm sure they are. I'm sure this is something Coach Burns has talked to the boys about. We have had opponents to be able to slip a shooter out onto the wing unguarded sometimes as they slide into some open space. But now, I mean, you're facing a whole team that's shooters. I mean, that's really all they are. I highly doubt we will see much in the way of a zone defense of any sorts from Coach Burns tonight. I look for this man-to-man type of defense, lock it down, try to prevent any of these Dragons from getting hot. With that, my biggest concern for the Bears coming into this game, locking down as tight as they're going to have to on these shooters, is just foul trouble. You know, subbing in and out and getting some players some rest, it's far different just getting rest versus having to sub players in and out because they're, you know, 1 or 2 too many fouls at the time. And so for Coach Burns to be able to try to utilize his bench effectively, try to keep fresh legs on the floor, you know, he wants to do that voluntarily, not because he has to.
They're led in scoring by 6'1" junior wing Julian Miles, 17.5 points a game, who's also picked for the preseason All-8th region team. This guy thrives when the lights are on, John. Yep. Their 2 biggest games this year, he had 26 2 weeks ago in an overtime win over Oldham County, and just this past Friday night hit 7 threes while scoring 38 in that loss to North Oldham. They also have 6'2" point guard Christian Byers. He will look to facilitate first, but make no mistake, if he's open, he's going to shoot. Makes 52% of his shots and 39% from 3. Very smart with the ball in his hands. He understands mismatches on the floor and can find the open guy. Usually likes to drive and dish to the corners. Yep. You got to watch the corners on this South Oldham offense. That's where the ball's going to go a lot. You also have sophomore guard Colton Workturl. Has been a pleasant surprise this year. First year major varsity minutes. He's hitting 46% from long range with 8.3 points a game. Really, their only big guy on the roster is William Burnside at 11.3, 6.6 rebounds a game. He's the one that the interior of the Bears will have to deal with, but he will step out on the floor and hit threes too, John. I mean, everybody on this roster does.
Yeah.
And junior Jake Fithian, 13.5 points a game, the leading returning deep threat. His teammates say he plays with a chip on his shoulder, but, John, he has not been in the Dragons lineup since the Shelby County game back on January 2nd.
Yeah.
And as of right now, we don't know if he's playing tonight or not tonight. So I don't know if it's an injury or what, but if he is not able to go, that'll be a big loss for the Dragons. So we could go on, but this team, John, we expect them to go 9-10 deep tonight and going to run and push Spencer County and try to utilize the depth on the bench.
Yeah, you do have the color guard out on the floor right now, kind of waiting for public address announcer. Okay, band's going to play another song. We're going to keep on going then. So just to kind of reiterate what you're talking about, Bo, these boys are good. I mean, just flat out, this is a good basketball team. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Spencer County has to play defense with conviction tonight. Every trip down the court, the Bears have to be ready to work. If our boys are ready to run, if they're ready to defend, if the Bears are ready to give 110% every possession, I know that sounds cheesy and cliche, you hear 110%, but that's what it's going to be about tonight. If we can do all those things, we're going to be there at the end. We're going to be able to compete with this team. But this team is somebody, as you mentioned, Bo, liking to work at the corners. They slip these guys out. This is why Spencer County, lock down your guys. Stay with them on defense and make sure you're staying in their face. If we can do those types of things, Bo, Bears got a good shot.
We're going to step away one more time. When we return, John and I will give you our final thoughts leading up to the tip. South Oldham at Spencer County, now about 3.5 minutes away. You're watching Bears basketball on GHP Sports.
Country Mart in Taylorsville has the finest selection of freshly butchered meats, produce, and all of the other ingredients to make your mealtime a victory. If you're running short on time or just don't feel like cooking, Country Mart is the only place in Taylorsville to get delicious Champs chicken. Dine in or take it to go. Your family will love it. Make sure to use your Country Mart card to save on food and earn points at the pump. Country Mart, your local grocery, proudly serving Taylorsville and all of Spencer County for over 50 years.
Welcome back to Spencer County High School. And, as me and John talked about in the opening, this is going to be a shootout, John. You got two very experienced teams on the floor tonight. 4 returning starters for South, 4 for Spencer County. And you got 2 coaches with very similar coaching styles.
Yep.
Which team's going to get hot from long range? And with both teams wanting to run, transition defense, to me, is going to be the key in this game. And there's no better time to shoot the 3 than on a kick out during a fast break. I think if you want to win this game tonight, you're going to have to score north of 80.
Is that another over-under?
That's another over-under.
So what, 160? Is that what we're going to call the over-under tonight? Call your bookie. Here we go. Much like the girls' game Friday night, Bo, I think both teams, they're going to be keyed on the major shooters. There's going to be, the guys that they really have to lock down on for Spencer County, also for South Oldham, and both teams will deny as many open looks as they can to the guys that they know that can hurt them. I feel like, just like the Lady Bears against Anderson County the other night, that the winner of this game will have someone unexpected come out and have a big night. Someone from off the bench will have a major say in who gets this victory tonight. We already see a coach out here talking about let's go. They're talking about running now, Bo, I think. You actually stopped me this morning at work and asked me if I was going to wear my track shoes, or was that was a text.
Yeah.
I told you I had flip-flops.
Yeah,
maybe we can do that. First or last right now. That's what this is going to be.
I tell you all right now, this game is going to be hectic, and I am going to make mistakes.
Oh, this is going to be very fast-paced, and we'll do what we can. But
we do have our color guard out here tonight for our national anthem. So at this time, John and I will go down to our public address announcer, Mr. Stephen Hume, and we'll have our national anthem and our starting lineups.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to ask you all to please rise and remove your event gear. At this time, I need to direct your attention to mid-court for the presentation of our colors and remind you to please remain standing till the colors have left the court. Please welcome our junior ROTC cadets, Kyle Ritzel, Travis Daniels, Tyler Hill, Lane Printer, and Joseph Harris. At this time, I'd like to ask the Spencer County High School band to please play our national anthem.
Coach Burns, Marksbury, Earhart, Baird, Barron, and Cox. And for Coach Simpson's South Oldham Dragons, you'll have Veers, Whoop Turtle, Burnside, Drew Campbell, and Julian Miles. And I think they had the guy over here on the side getting ready to shoot the gun when they had the
starting. Well, he's talking about running a race right here, people. Don't call anybody. There you go.
Keaton, Baird, and Burnside are ready to tip it off. And we are underway. Tap controlled by Veers of South. Bears open up man-to-man. That's just as expected. Try to get a backdoor cut into Miles. It's tapped out of bounds. Going to go over to the Bears.
Those turnovers, those offensive rebounds, all those things like that, Bo, those are going to be huge tonight in this game as every possession is going to matter.
Baird opens up, wing three. It's long. Ball tapped around, rebounded by Miles. Miles pulls up, long range for three. It's good. That's what they do, folks. I'm shocked if they have the ball more than 10 seconds at each possession. Marksbury, he'll take the wing three. That's no good. Backside rebound again by Miles. He starts the break. Comes up, nobody stops him. Pulls up for three, no good. Rebounded by Drew Barron. Outlet pass up to Cox. Cox drives in the lane. Shots up, rolls around, no good. Tap back up and in by Barron. Miles gives it up to Campbell. Swing it over to Worktel. That shot's no good. Rebounded by Marksbury. Cox, top of the key. Barron drives the nail. Nothing there. Goes back out. Baird fakes the three. Spins into the lane. Goes up. Left hand off the glass and in.
Oh, great job there by Keaton Baird. Getting position on his man. Using that spin move for the easy two.
Burnside, he'll shoot it from out there. That's no good. Veers goes over Marksbury's back, gets the rebound. Another possession. Miles, he'll take the long three. That's no good. Long rebound. Goes back out to Worktel, and he takes it in.
Goodness, I need oxygen just watching this game as much as these boys are running.
Earhart is going to pick up a foul.
And Drew Campbell, I believe, is going to pick up his first. That's team's first.
First break in action we've had, John.
Did you catch your breath?
I did. They are running a triangle 2 offense. 3 top of the key by Baird. That's no good. Rebounded by the Dragons. Worked into the lane. Goes out to Beers. Burnside. Back out. Beers will set up. Dribbles between the circles. Gets it over to Campbell. Campbell looks inside. Back up top of the key. Worked. Beers looks down low to Miles. Covered by Barron. Long possession here for South. Campbell drives into the lane. Nothing there. Goes back out. Veers, long 3. That's long. Rebounded by Baird. Baird's off and running. Keaton in the corner. Back to Earhart. Wing 3. It's good. First lead of the night for the Bears. Miles, long 3. It's good. 6 now for Miles. Baird in the corner to Marksbury. Down Barron.
Oh, got fouled.
Burnside hit him pretty hard. No call. Veers stolen away by Cox. Cox looks ahead. Nice bounce pass goes to Barron. Barron out in the corner to Baird. Back to Earhart. Wing 3 is short, partially blocked by Veers. He outlets out for the layup. Timeout, Coach Burns. 30 seconds.
Spencer County, kind of what we was afraid of, just a little bit of a choppy start to him, maybe not quite as rough as what we saw last Friday night. As you see here on the Country Mart Instant Replay, had some great moments here from some of the Bears. Some good rebounds, some good putbacks. Of course, Luke Earhart being able to hit that three-pointer. Keaton Baird also, the way he was able to back down his man-bow. I really look for the Bears to try to do that a little bit more. Seems to have a little bit of advantage down there on the post with his size, able to beat and bang around, be able to get in there to get those 2 points. Biggest thing we're going to have to watch, and it's something you mentioned in pregame, these runouts, the quick transition. As South Oldham, they are ready to go at a moment's notice, and they could really make you pay.
This triangle in 2, John. They're face guarding Cox and Earhart. The other 3 are playing the zone. Armstrong, top of the key 3, no good. Rebound brought down by Burnside. Outlet out to Miles. Gets into the lane, loses it. Picked up by Earhart, gets it up to Baird. Baird in for the layup.
Great concentration by Keaton Baird, being able to keep a hold of that ball. As that hand come in, it almost come out.
Bears sticking with man. Miles gets lost down low. Bad pass out of bounds. It'll go over to Spencer County. You're going to see that a lot out of them too, John. That little backdoor cut.
Did you see Denise on the rebound right there? That was nice.
Put that in my stats.
Yeah.
Earhart gets it to Marksbury. Picks up his dribble. Armstrong drives down the block. Hook shot off the glass and in. He's got so good at that little jump hook, John.
He has, and both Keaton Baird and Armstrong showing what they can do underneath the basket there against Burnside.
Miles drives in, going to get the bump from Armstrong.
Going to be Jack's first, team's first.
Brooks B checks into the game for the Dragons, replacing Burnside.
And Coach Simpson over there talking to Burnside too. Not happy about how he was playing underneath the basket. And we thought we had a little bit of advantage with Keaton Baird and Jack Armstrong in the middle to begin with. And now without Burnside on the floor, Spencer County's got to look to go inside.
You look up this roster, John, for South Oldham on the KHSAA website. There's only like 2 forwards on the roster. The rest are guards.
Yeah, and right there, that's showing that advantage right there. As they're going to pick up a foul on Warchel. That's going to be his first, team second.
Baird will step to the line for the Bears. Makes the first.
Keaton Baird, 64.6% on the season from the charity stripe.
Jackson Combs waiting to check in for Baird after he makes this shot.
You had to say that, didn't you?
Gummit.
That's your fault. That's your fault.
South having trouble getting across, stolen by Armstrong. Earhart, corner 3, it's good.
Love the quick transition right there. Earhart finding his spot. Jack, vision on the court, being able to get it to Luke for the 3.
B gets into the lane, goes out to Beers. Jumper from the outside, no good, rebounded by Cox. Cox pushes it up to Earhart. Luke, out to Armstrong, drives the baseline, nothing there, gets it taken away. Veers, up to B. Gets it to Miles. 3 is up, no good, rebounded by Armstrong. Back the other way. Earhart gets it to Baird. Tries to go to Armstrong, cutting down the middle, tapped away. Then Earhart does, and that's tapped away, recovered by Marksbury. Armstrong off the glass and in.
Now Coach Simpson wants time. Not happy at all what's going on, I believe, underneath the basket's his biggest problem right here. Spencer County just kind of owning that space right now, and Burnside on the bench. You know, I'm sure we're probably going to see him check back in before long to try to get a little bit of height to the Dragons lineup, but Spencer County really doing a great job so far in this game. Luke Earhart 6 points, Keaton Baird with 5 of his own, Drew Barron with 2, Jack Armstrong with 4 to round out the scoring at 17. And Bo, that's, to me, it's a pretty good start for the Bears. I kind of thought it was a little choppy there before that first time out. Spencer County kind of drew it back together a little bit, kind of got some things going. And
10-3 run there in between those timeouts, John.
Yeah, the Bears doing a great job on the offensive side now and a great job on the defensive side, really denying a lot of open looks. And I think this right here is the reason why, too, is it's press. Spencer County setting up in this press once again, giving South a lot of problems getting the ball across the timeline.
Almost throws it out of bounds there. B recovers. Got to get it across. Does. Campbell back to B. Bears top of the key. Bears 2-3 zone. This could be dangerous. Campbell back to Veers. This is more of a change defenses up, John, slow them down a possession or 2.
Yeah, I don't really think you're going to do much to kind of stop the shooting so much, but like you said, kind of makes them have to think about it, slows things down.
Earhart from the wing goes down low to Armstrong. Up off the glass and in.
They have no answer under the basket.
Coach Burns has already found his advantage on the inside. Miles, back to Veers between the circles. Elbow jumper is no good, rebounded by Cox.
He was too close. I used it. You tried to use it the other night. I got you on that one.
Corner to Combs, back to Marksbury. Earhart, turnaround 3 is good!
Huge shot. Luke Earhart, 9 points in the first quarter.
That'll bring us to the end of 1. Your score, Spencer County 22, South Oldham 15. You're watching Bears basketball on GHP Sports. Back at Spencer County High School, we get ready to start the second quarter. You see our Country Mart highlights and replays from the first quarter, John. After the first couple minutes, Coach Burns really couldn't ask for a better quarter. The way that ended out, the last maybe 5 minutes of that quarter, once he called that timeout, you got Earhart hitting from the outside. You got Armstrong dominating on the inside.
And Baird,
and leaving Coach Simpson just looking for answers.
It makes it difficult. When we're able to have that presence under the basket that Armstrong and Baird can both bring to the floor, you get a coach who starts thinking about doubling down. He's got to try to be able to do something to slow down that underneath. And when that happens, you get outside shooters that are open, and Spencer County utilizing that to their advantage to be able to work inside and kick it back out.
They played this, John, against Owen County. It's like a 1-3-1 half court, three-quarter court. Bears do get it across, then taken away by Veers. Veers fouled. The ball's on the floor.
They're going to get Cam Cox with that foul, his first, team's first.
Bears sticking with the zone. Medley and Seawright checked in. Burnside, corner three. No good. Rebounded by Seawright. Cox to Combs. Tries to force that. That wasn't there, John. He got bailed out by the foul.
Yeah, they're going to get Drew Campbell with his second. 2. Yeah.
Couple games of interest going on tonight. One we're going to try to keep up with. Oldham County is at Collins, and Collins leads that game right now 11-9, about halfway through the first. Medley tries to go to Cox, throws it away, stolen by Miles. Gives it up to Veers, off the glass and in.
Spencer County giving up a couple turnovers here in these last few possessions. Got to protect that ball, though.
Burns got to get a timeout.
Yeah, they're just not ready for that right now. That press, eating them up, not knowing where to go. People out of position right there. Burns has got to get something set up, or he's going to have a hard time getting the ball across the half court. But Spencer County still leading right now, 22-17. And really, other than these last couple possession bows here recently, been playing really good basketball, getting some good looks, working underneath, getting some advantages in there, actually drawing some fouls even. Drew Campbell, starter, sophomore guard for South Oldham, still on the floor right now with 2 fouls. Sorry about the stutter in there. I was kind of trying to see his jersey. I was looking to see if he was still out there. People don't know what's going through my head when I stop talking there, and that's what that was.
People never know what's going through your head, John.
It would scare him to death, Bo.
Barron tries to get it to Cox. Going to go out of bounds, stay with the Bears.
Keaton Baird going to check in for Jack Armstrong.
Good minutes there by Jack.
Yeah, starting 5 back on the floor for Burns.
Baird to Cox. They're going to stay in this and try to trap out of it. Earhart gets lost. Corner 3, blocked. Tap, saved by Burnside. Beers running for the south. Gives it over to Miles. Fakes the 3. 17-footer. No good. Rebounded by Baird. Baird up to Barron. Gets the elbow out to Marksbury, then throws it away. Beers did step on the sideline.
I'll tell you what, this is a South Oldham team that they are relentless on the other end of the court right now, just going after every single ball they can.
Barron to Marksbury, swing it quick. Cox open for a wing 3, it's good. Bears back to man. Backdoor cut. Going to be off of Adrian Miles, out of bounds.
Coach Simpson pulling them out of it a little bit. Right now, here they come.
Barron picks up his dribble, goes to Earhart. Going to get a foul on Adrian Miles.
Yeah, that'll be his first, team second.
Bears lead by 8. Cox, a long three. It's good.
Cam Cox from the concession stand knocking it down right there.
It's the lead out to 11. Burnside, tapped by Baird, out of bounds. Stay with the Dragons.
Kind of a quick little sub here.
B checking back in for South. Beers gets around Marksbury, picks up the foul. He'll go to the line.
Yep, that'll be Kellen's first. Team second. You won't hear any complaints from us on that. We had a good view of it. Kellen's hand came down, and as soon as the official sees that, they're going to call that every time.
Here's 75% on the season. Makes the first. Official having a little word there with Keaton and Burnside, wasn't he?
Burnside might be getting a little bit frustrated with the fact that he's getting showed up the way he is on the inside.
Baird tries to go up, blocked by Burnside. Keaton slipped a little bit on that one. Miles, deep three. Barely drew iron, rebounded by Barron. Pushes it out to Cox, cross court, Marksbury. Handoff, Cox, top of the key, three. It's good! He's feeling it. 30 seconds.
Cam Cox. You barely even have time to call his name when he gets that basketball before he gets that shot off. Let's take a look at the Country Mart instant replay. This was that deep one from the volleyball line right here that he was able to drain. Nobody even out far enough on him to get there. Handoff, quick, Kellen Marksbury to Cam Cox, and nothing but the bottom of the net. Great job there by Cam. I will say we didn't talk about it in the pregame. I feel safe to talk about it now. Cam had a little bit of a rough night last Friday night, didn't do that great shooting. And it's very uncharacteristic of him, and I know he can be a little hard on himself when that happens. So to see him come out here tonight and hit these shots the way he is right now, I'm telling you what, Bo, that's awesome. That's the Cam Cox we know, the Cam Cox we love.
John, I got here a little bit after 5 o'clock, and he was already in the gym putting up shots before the JV game. Bears settle back into the 2-3 again. You're seeing Veers to Burnside. Walked, no call, rolls in. Cox goes out to Earhart. Wing three. No good. Rebounded by Veers. Veers to the elbow. Gets it to Miles. Over in the corner. Adrian Miles for three. Good two-handed rebound up high for Baird. It's out to Cox. Bears swinging around to Marksbury. They'll reset. South switches back to man. A lot of gamesmanship between these two coaches, John.
There are. We're going to get a foul, too, on number 22. That's going to be Drew Campbell's. Or no, I'm sorry, Adrian Miles. That's his second. Team's third.
Coach Simpson was calling for a Spencer County foul there, and I think he drew attention to his own player.
We do have a few players checking in. Samuel Seawright, Jack Armstrong both coming into the game.
Marksbury picks up his dribble in a bad spot. Taken back away by Armstrong. That shot's partially blocked. Earhart gets it, gets fouled going back up.
That's going to be another one on Adrian Miles. Yeah, that's 3 fouls on him. Team's 4th foul. Still just over 3 minutes left to go in the quarter, and Earhart shooting 2. Luke Earhart, 83.2% from free throw line this season so far. That's one thing that's been vastly improved by the Spencer County Bears this season compared to last year. Both free throw shooting has just been so much better.
Turtle gets it. Go down low to B. B, turn around, jump hook is good. Bears lead is 10. Seawright back to Marksburg in the middle, swinging. Earhart, wing 3, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Armstrong. Loses it out of bounds, but he'll stay with the Bears. At the end of one, Oldham County leads Collins 21-13.
We were talking about this before the game started, Bo, about that Oldham County district. Of course, it's only 3 teams, South, North, and Oldham County, that complete that district. And just how competitive that district tournament's going to be this year. It's just unreal.
Barrett gets his own, goes back up. That's no good. Rebounded by Armstrong. He goes up with the left hand. That's no good. Keaton had his hand on that one, finally hauled in by B. B to Miles. Drives, tries to go up over Seawright, and draws the foul.
That's going to be Samuel Seawright's first. Team's third. Coach Burns not really happy with Seawright there, thinking he gave up that baseline a little bit too easy.
Miles completes the three-point play. Cuts the Bears' lead to 7. Armstrong to Barron. Back to Armstrong.
Nice feed.
Baird up underneath the basket too far, then blocked by Burnside. Gets it out to Miles. Miles runs over Earhart. No call.
Spencer County giving up 5 points real quick right there as now the lead's down to 5.
Marksbury, he'll take the wing 3. It's no good. Rebounded by Armstrong. Going to draw a foul. Fouls on Brooks B, his first, team's 5th.
Yep. Jack will go to the line and be shooting the rest of the way in this half.
Makes the first. 4 rebounds already for Jack Armstrong, 6 for Keaton Baird.
Spencer County going to bring Cam Cox, Jackson Combs back into the game.
Jack makes them both. Lead back out to 7. Searcy now checked into the game. Gives it up to Miles. Miles roaming the middle. Searcy take the 3. No good. It's going to go out of bounds. Rebounded by Jarrett Stewart.
Hadn't heard that name in a while.
It's been a while since football season.
Jarrett usually stops by at least once a game. Will come by and wave at us. Good kid right there.
Taken away by Miles. Aaron gets his hand in there, causes a little bit of trouble. Does stop the break. Tap stolen away by Armstrong. Jack picks up his dribble, gets in trouble, does get it to Cox. So we're now down under 45 seconds left to go in the first half. Barron looking down low to Armstrong. Jack gets pushed out. Jackson Combs for three. That's no good. Rebounded by Barron. Now they go to double team. Jump hook is good. And he draws the foul. Fouls on Searcy, his first. Adam Medley checking in for the Bears, replacing Earhart. Give Luke a little extra break to go along with halftime here.
Good half for Luke Earhart, putting 11 in for the Bears.
Jack misses the free throw.
Jack, 76.5% shooter from the free throw line on the season. Rare miss for him.
15 seconds. Three-point shot up from the corner is no good. Rebounded by South. Back to Miles. He'll take the three. It's good.
5.8, gotta go.
Got 5 seconds left. Cox walked.
Yeah, he did. They're going to put some time back on the clock. No, he's gone at half.
That'll bring us to the end of the first half. Your score, Spencer County 37, South Oldham 31. We're going to go down to Morgan and have a word with Coach Burns.
All right, Coach, very physical, fast-paced game. How do you plan to maintain this lead after halftime?
We got off to a good start. Our live ball turnovers hurt us a little bit in that stretch. Our rebounding here at the end, we just got to do a better job with that. But good start. Thanks, Coach.
Want to be the more physical team, John. John and I are going to get a few things together, and we'll be right back here on GHP Sports.
Dryer Vent Squad of Louisville reminds you that clogged or restricted dryer vents are the primary cause of dryer vent fires. Have your dryer exhaust vents inspected and cleaned by a professional at least once a year. Presented by the Dryer Vent Squad of Louisville. Dryer vent cleaning, rerouting, and repairing. Stay safe, save money and time. 502-712-0333. DryerVentSquad.com. Dryer Vent Squad, we get the lint out.
Country Mart in Taylorsville has the finest selection of freshly butchered meats, produce, and all of the other ingredients to make your mealtime a victory. If you're running short on time or just don't feel like cooking, Country Mart is the only place in Taylorsville to get delicious Champs chicken. Dine in or take it to go. Your family will love it. Make sure to use your Country Mart card to save on food and earn points at the pump. Country Mart, your local grocery, proudly serving Taylorsville and all of Spencer County for over 50 years.
What a tool! He could hit a gas line.
Wait, he's contacting 811.
They'll mark the underground utilities free.
Turns out he is smarter than he looks.
Know what's below 811 before you dig.
Back at Spencer County High School, and we're going to let these cheerleaders have it for just a second, John.
Sure.
job.
Yeah. Always love seeing that. We just a few games ago had the Future Bears night here to see some of the future players coming out here, and then you get something like this with the cheerleaders, dance team, whatever their intentions may be as they get older. It's just nice to see them come out, perform like this, do such a great job, and for the community to be here to support them.
John, first half was pretty much everything we expected as far as up and down the floor. Now, the shooting might not have been quite as good as we were expecting, but anyway, Spencer County leads by 6, 37-31. As you see some of the first half stats there, Spencer County 13 of 36 from the field, South 12 of 27, 9 more shots put up by the Bears. Spencer 6 of 17 for 3, only 3 made three-pointers, 3 of 15 in that first half by the Dragons. But, John, again, I've seen them do that against Owen County, and then they hit their next 7 in a row.
Yeah, so it's a switch they can flip on, it seems like, and they can start lighting it up from three-point range at any moment. Spencer County did a great job defensively against that three-point shot. Need to continue that aggressiveness on defense.
Spencer County almost doubling up South on the glass. 19 rebounds, 9 on the offensive end of the floor, John, and that's where you get all those extra shots.
Well, we had about 7 of them in that one possession down there at that one time. So, but yeah, that was something we talked about early in the game. The turnovers, the offensive rebounds, anything that Spencer County could do to try to procure some possessions, to be able to try to handle that, to keep that basketball, to try to do more things, then the better off they were going to be. You know, you could shoot 23% versus a team shoots 30%, but if you put it up 10 or 15 more times than the other team, chances are you're going to have a chance to win that game. So Spencer County doing a great job protecting the basketball, great job on the boards.
Both teams really kind of, in a game that's this fast-paced, John, taking care of the basketball. 7 turnovers for South, only 5 for Spencer County.
Yeah.
And 6 assists for the Bears on 13 made baskets, 7 assists on 12 made baskets for South. Individually, for Spencer County, Luke Earhart, hot as always, 3 of 7 from long range. He has 11 to lead the Bears. Jack Armstrong, 10 points, 4 rebounds in that first half for Jack. And Camden Cox also hit 3 threes. He was 3 of 4 from long range, giving him 9. Other scores for the Bears is Keith Baird with 5 points, 6 rebounds on his way to another double-double. And Drew Barron had 2. For the South Oldham Dragons, Julian Miles is their leading scorer, 12 points for him. He was 2 of 5 from long range. And other scores for the Dragons, Christian Veers, 6 points. Colton Werchtel had 5, William Burnside 4, Adrian Miles 2, and Brooks B with 2. And John, as far as fouls go, Spencer County in good shape. Only committed 4 fouls in that first half. Nobody with more than 1. A little different on the South Oldham side. You got Adrian Miles off the bench with 3, and starter Drew Campbell with 2.
Yeah, and one thing we talked about in the pregame, Bo, we talked about, or at least I did, that one of my thoughts and what would be important to this game would be bench play and the players coming off the bench and how well they were able to do. And I had said something along the lines that I felt like it was going to take somebody unexpected to have a big game in this to be able to decide the victor. And I'm not saying it's unexpected, but Jack Armstrong alone coming off the bench, having his 10 points, that's huge for the Bears. When you look at the other side and you look at South Oldham, and nobody's even in range of Julian Miles for the points that he's put up. And really, I mean, the closest one is got half that score with 6 with Christian Veers, and he's also a starter. So the bench play from South Oldham just not nearly as effective as it's been for the Spencer County Bears in that first half.
John, both teams out here are warming up, and there is nobody inside the three-point arc on either side of the floor taking shots. If you're in there, you're getting a rebound. You're not shooting it. But we're going to take one more quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the second half for you now, about a little over a minute and a half away. You're on GHP Sports.
Are you looking for a reputable shop to take care of your ride? Stop by Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center. offering all manner of body and mechanical work to keep your vehicle looking and performing at its best. Conveniently located at 910 Taylorsville Road in Taylorsville, or find us on the web at Dougherty'sBodyShop.com. Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center. Big or small, we fix it all.
Hi, I'm Kelly Hubbock, and I have been a proud resident of Spencer County for nearly 15 years. As a local real estate agent, I am thrilled to be working with Brown Realty and assisting more of my neighbors and friends right here in Taylorsville with their real estate needs. I can think of no better place to put down roots, both professionally and personally, than in Spencer County. Our community sets itself apart from others in that it possesses a small town atmosphere, in addition to residents who truly go above and beyond to help one another in whatever capacity necessary. Those traits, mixed with the genuine beauty of the county, make me honored to not only live and work here, but to raise my children here as well. In addition to real estate, I serve on the executive board for the Spencer County Taylorsville Chamber of Commerce, and I look forward to working with fellow business owners and residents of our community for years to come.
Back at Spencer County High School, just in time for the start of the second half. South Oldham will get the ball.
It's almost like we're professionals.
Yeah. Don't tell nobody.
I know.
Burnside in the corner, back out to Veers. Miles cutting toward the basket. Ball tapped out of bounds by Cox. Bears were man-to-man there, but I venture to say they're going to zone this out-of-bounds play. Lob into Burnside, missed it. Baird picks up the rebound. Now South starts out in the 2-3 zone. Baird drives, gets bumped off the glass, no good, but he will go to the line, and he's going to get the foul called on Burnside, I believe.
Burnside's first. Team's first. Keaton Baird, as we mentioned in the first half, 64.6% from the charity stripe. Makes the first.
Makes them both. 7.7 rebounds now for Keaton. Bears back to man. Burnside in the corner. Drives baseline. Nowhere to go. Tries to throw it across. Saved back in. Going to go out to Orktoll for three. That's no good. Rebounded by Cox. Bears walking the ball up the floor. Back cut. Cox. Goes over to Earhart. Pulls up. 16-footer. No good. Ball tapped. Rebounded by Miles. South off and running. Throws it straight to Earhart. Bears coming back the other way. Cox. Three is no good. Rebounded by Veers. Orktoll. Back to Veers. Burnside. Veers will reset the offense. Coach Simpson calling out his play. Orktoll, top of the key three is good. That's the Bears lead to 5. Baird, free throw line jumper, no good. Rebounded by Veers. 5 rebounds now for Christian Veers. Stolen away by Barron. Drew gets it to Earhart. Earhart drives all the way in, off the glass and in. Got to get up quick, John. They're going back the other way.
Great body control there by Luke Earhart. Burnside crashing in from the other side to try to block that shot.
3-point shot up by Campbell is no good.
Rebound by Baird.
8 rebounds now for Keaton Baird. Marksbury to Baird. Drives, hands off Barron.
Nice
Up and under is good.
Nice vision from Keaton Baird right there to see Drew Barron. Little bit of a backdoor cut right there. Of course, as soon as Keaton Baird got the ball, waiting to see. Yep, full timeout.
That's all either coach has got left is full timeouts.
But as soon as Keaton got the ball, you seen that double team just crash down in on him, leaving that open for Drew Barron. Great job again, seeing Drew underneath the basket and being able to pick up that easy 2 points. Spencer County come out pretty strong so far. It was, again, just like the game started in the first quarter, kind of choppy beginning of the third quarter right there. Both teams, it seemed like they were either making a basket or turning the ball over, and we didn't see very many baskets made. So it was a lot of turnovers there to start the beginning of the third quarter. Spencer County kind of cleaning up their act a little bit quicker than South Oldham is, and Coach Simpson trying to get things arranged over there on the side for the Dragons. But Spencer County now 22 rebounds to 14 for South Oldham, but the big story also turnovers. Spencer County with 5, South Oldham with 9.
All right, 2 turnovers here in the second half for South.
Both teams having thrown up 18 three-pointers. Spencer County leading in that, having made 6 to only 4 for the South Oldham Mustangs.
This is a South
Oldham Dragons. Sorry.
This is a South Oldham team, John, that makes right at 40% from 3 as a team. And right now shooting 22%. Beers, he'll take the corner 3. That's bad off. Ball scrum for it on the floor. Burnside along with Cox and Earhart. Brought out of there by the Dragons, taken away by Marksburg. Keaton, free throw line, out to Earhart. He'll drive baseline, back out to Marksbury, swings it to Baird. Baird, left-hand dribble. Tries to go cross court to Earhart, taken away by Campbell. Get it to Miles in the corner. That's no good. Rebounded by Marksbury. We'll get a foul on Drew Campbell, and that'd be number 3.
Third, yep. The team's second foul.
Bears lead by 9. 4.5 to go in the third. Marksbury loses control, taken away by Burnside. First turnover of the second half on the Bears. That's over and back.
Yep.
Burnside picked up his dribble, John, as soon as he crossed the line and kind of panicked.
Personally, I even thought he walked when he picked up his dribble, but either way, we'll take it.
Third turnover and a little over 3 minutes, John, second half. Baird from the free throw line. Back out to Marksbury. Swinging around. Earhart, long 3. It's good.
That's what Coach Burns is trying to do right there. He's working that point up to the top with Keaton Baird, trying to get somebody to double down, trying to be able to work some angles to be able to get a shooter open on the outside. And then Coach Simpson over there on the other side, Bo, getting a little bit frustrated with the turnovers by the Dragons in this third quarter.
4 turnovers in 4 minutes. Dragons back to man. Cox from the elbow. Nowhere to go.
Gotta get rid of it.
Gets it out to Baird. Earhart. Flanked by Veers. Picks up his dribble. Loses it. Now he's going to go up with the right hand. It's good.
Yeah. They're going to get a foul on Kellen Marksbury right there. We had head-to-head. It's going to be Kellen's second foul. Team's first.
There's no doubt that was a foul, John, there, but I don't know how you can call that, and you can't call this bump that knocks down Earhart over
I
here.
know. I understand what you're saying. I just kind of think about the fact that we just got done watching Kellen play his senior season of football, and a little bit of contact on the head, and he just shakes it off.
Armstrong checks in for the Bears. Giving Barron a break. Now the Bears in a 2-3. I love the gamesmanship between these two coaches.
Oh, we talked about at the beginning of the game, of the pregame, about the chess match that we would see between Coach Simpson and Coach Burns.
Three-point shot is up, no good. Tapped around, another rebound by Keaton Barron. Cox, long three, it's good! 12 now for Cam Cox, 4 of 5 from long range. Now the Bears extend out. B, corner three, it's good.
You're going to get another timeout by Coach Simpson.
And that leaves him with only one, John.
Just going to look at the Country Mart instant replay here of the drive Luke Earhart had and the contact that come over top on him, knocking him down. And this is what you were talking about, Bo, is how could that be a foul on the one end and then not have been a foul on Christian Veers on this end of the court as he, hacked down on Luke Earhart. Luke, that's one of those things, too. A lot of times he goes in under that basket like that, Bo. A smaller guy uses his body to protect that shot, and when he uses that body, oftentimes draws contact, and being the smaller guy, I mean, I tell you what, half the time he shoots a layup, he ends up on the floor.
He ends up on the floor. When he gets in that, he's left-handed, but when he gets in that close, he can go left or right, either one, and I don't think he really has a favorite.
No, and doesn't need to have a favorite. Does just a great job protecting the basketball, whether he uses the rim, uses his body, uses both, to try to make sure he gets an open shot underneath the basket. But takes a lot of abuse under there from some of the bigger bodies when he gets in under there. But jumps right up and goes down the court, and just like a lot of these kids, Bo, made of rubber.
Samuel Seawright check in for the Bears. Just starting the second half at Collins. Oldham County 41, Collins 27. Back to man for South. 15-footer by Earhart. No good. Tapped around. Burnside had it. Brought it down. Combs got his mitts in there, and that's going to stay with the Bears.
Yeah, great job by Jackson Combs being able to get dual possession of that basketball. Getting that tie up. Stays with the Bears.
Wipe a little sweat up here.
Here we see underneath. Burnside first had the initial control. Jackson just in perfect position to be able to get his hands onto that ball, be able to retain possession for the Bears, as they're still chirping with them shoes on the court, trying to make sure there's no sweat there on the floor.
Armstrong to trigger in from out of bounds. Gets it to Barron. Back to Jack. Up off the glass and in. They have had no answer for Jack Armstrong all night. Cross-court pass goes to B. Bounces around, no good. Rebounded by Seawright. One and done for South Oldham. Earhart, left-hand dribble, handoff to Barron. Up to Seawright. Barron, pull it out. Guarded closely by B. Picks up his dribble, almost stolen away, and he is. Tapped by Veers and going to go off Earhart's hands, out of bounds. It'll go over to the Dragons. Veers, about the best look he's had all night, John. That's no good. Rebounded by Burnside. Tapped from behind by Jackson Combs, taken down by Seawright. Samuel smartly pulls it up. then gets it up to Earhart. Down in the corner to Combs. Drives baseline. Up over Burnside is good.
Great body control by Jackson Combs right there. Driving in on that baseline. Burnside set up, ready to take the charge. Jackson able to stop on a dime and be able to get that little floater off.
18-point lead. Biggest lead of the night for the Bears. And B hits another three. Did I jinx that again?
You might have. I won't say nothing, though.
Earhart to Combs. Seawright taken away by Veers. It's going to go in for the easy layup.
Got to be a little more careful with some of these passes here. South Oldham doing a great job at getting hands in there, getting in those passing lanes.
Earhart, Armstrong. Back to Earhart in the corner for three. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Combs. Combs brings it down. It's on the floor, taken away by B. Veers throws up long. It's no good, and that brings us to the end of the third. Your score, Spencer County 55, South Oldham 42. You're watching Bears basketball on GHP Sports.
Curious what your home is worth? Visit brownrealty.com. Brown Realty, serving Spencer County and beyond for nearly 20 years. Brown Realty, your local realtor.
Welcome back to Spencer County High School. Getting ready to start the fourth quarter. As you see some of our Country Mart instant replays from that third quarter. Spencer County, John, opened it up to an 18-point lead.
They
there.
did.
Got it cut back into just a little bit. But
Spencer County really being the aggressor, it seems to be, especially on the defensive side. You know, Oldham. I keep calling different schools, whether it's North or Oldham County. It's South Oldham. That's who we're playing. It's fourth quarter. I should have figured this out by now. But South Oldham, you know,
there's too many of them.
I guess there are. You know, but anyway, South Oldham though out there defensively not doing as good of a job. Yeah, they're getting some deflections. They have forced a couple turnovers here of late for the Bears, but Spencer County's still doing a great job of working the inside of the paint. They're working that, whether it's a dribble drive, whether it's an inlet pass, they're doing something to get the ball to one of the guys underneath the basket, and that's creating a lot of opportunities for them, whether it's under the basket, whether they're kicking it out to an open shooter. It's all working from inside, and that's just a great look for these Bears.
A couple of things, John, on the stat sheets popping out at me right now. Keaton Baird, 9 rebounds so far in the ball game. Kellen Marksbury, 6 assists.
Yeah, that's huge right there. Spencer County leading the rebounding, 27-16 in this game.
Burnside drives baseline. Going to get a foul on Baird. Count the basket.
Keaton getting a little bit out of position right there, giving up that baseline. Tried to make up for it. Gets whistled for the foul. Burnside, 67.4% shooter. And makes it.
The three-point play. What was an 18-point lead, John, quickly down to 10. Earhart almost lost it. Trying to hand it off to Baird. Tap from his hand, goes in, up off the glass and in.
Made Burnside look silly underneath there as he's able to get under his arm and get that layup.
Bears back to man. Coach Simpson shouting out directions. Veers into the lane. Turnaround, fadeaway jump shot. Off the back iron, no good. Rebounded back up by Burnside, no good. 10th rebound of the night by Baird. Armstrong loses it. Taken away by B. Veers in the lane. Had the layup. Goes out. Burnside. Corner three is good. Leads now cut in half, down to 9.
That's just how dangerous this team is.
Free throw line jumper by Cox. in and out, no good. Tapped around.
Yeah, Drew Barron.
Rebound hauled in by Warktel.
Barron's going to pick up his first, team second. That's why I was starting to say just how dangerous this South Oldham Dragon team is, how quick they can score. And as you mentioned, Bo, cut this lead in half.
Burnside from the elbow. Back out to Veers. Being shadowed by Marksbury. B. Wing three is good. No, that's Miles. 18-point lead cut to 6. Earhart up off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Burnside.
Luke looked like he's wondering what he has to do to get a call.
Miles going to get fouled by Cox.
It's going to be Cam's second, team's third. South Oldham going on a little bit of a run here, Bo. Spencer County's got to find a way to stop the bleeding.
Beers in the lane, out in the corner. B open for three. It's good. That's what they do, John. Leads cut to 3. Burns wants a timeout.
I can't say I blame him right there either. He's got to rally the troops right here, try to figure out what they're going to be able to do to slow down this offensive onslaught, really, by the Dragons so far in the fourth quarter. As, like you mentioned, Bo, cut the lead to 3. Spencer County only 2 points is all they've scored in just almost 3 minutes of play in the fourth quarter. And got to find an answer to be able to try to stretch this lead back out again, Bo.
They're putting Veers up at the top, and we talked about this earlier, John. They'll dribble, drive, try to get to the basket. If they got the layup, they're going to take it.
Yep.
But they are actually first looking at the corners.
Exactly. Every
and they're
time.
Drawing that defense in
Yep.
when they're driving to the basket like that. And when you suck that defense in, you leave everybody open outside. And that's exactly what Coach Simpson's wanting them to do.
Spencer County going to have to be a little bit more disciplined in watching those corners, making sure they're staying with those shooters and not giving them open looks. That's what we were so successful with through the first 3 quarters of this game. Able to stay with those shooters, make sure they were only putting up contested shots. And here of late, they're getting a lot of space to be able to get these shots off, though.
South Oldham was 20% at the half from 3. That's creeped up now to 31. Barron goes in the corner. Earhart, corner 3. It's good.
Needed that right there. Needed that.
Miles, that's no good. Rebounded by Earhart. It's a big gamble there by Cox, John, going for that steal. You leave Miles open, that's a deadly shooter.
That's right.
Baird to Cox. Very animated Coach Burns over here on the sideline. Barron, right-hand dribble. Stops. Back out to Cox. Open for a wing 3. That's no good. Ball on the floor, taken in by Veers. Veers, cross court, over in the corner. Drives down Warktel, and for the left. (60-56), Bears by 4. Earhart goes to Baird. Back up, gets fouled, up and in.
Great job by Keaton Baird, just realizing where he was, realizing where the defender was. Fouls on number 34, Brooks B. That's his second. Team's first.
Baird completes the 3-point play, and that gives him the double-double. 10 points, 10 rebounds. give him a steal. Keaton all the way to the basket. Draw another foul. It's going to be on B.
It's going to be his third, team second.
First one's no good. Misses the second. Ball tapped by Veers out of bounds. Going to stay with the Bears.
That's one that you just can't have if you're Coach Simpson. You hate seeing something like that, be able to have that open rebound right there and then turn possession right back over to the Bears after they took their free throw opportunities.
Cox into Baird. Dribble into the lane, out to Earhart. Top of the key, drives the nail, in for the right-hand layup. It's good. He finds a way to get that ball up off the glass.
And he didn't end up on the floor on that one either.
Veers, wild shot. Rebounded by Burnside. Slapped away by Marksbury.
Oh.
Is that going to be Marksbury or Barron? No, it's on
going
Drew
to be Barron. Rough call right there.
Team's fourth foul. Burnside will step to the line. 67% on the year. Makes the first.
Do want to take an opportunity real quick, remind everyone, stay with us after the game. We will have the Kelly Hubbock coaches interview. We will also have an interview with the Trevor Brown Construction Player of the Game.
Burnside rolls them both home. 12 now for William Burnside. Luke rode all the way down the corner. Got in a bad spot, John. Saying Spencer County ball. Luke got over there, got triple teamed, was bad trouble. This is going to be a tough spot to throw the ball in, John.
Yeah, it is. You don't really have a whole lot of room to work right here.
They're not. I can't believe they're not pressuring him. Earhart tries to drive baseline, going to pick up the foul on Miles.
It's going to be Miles first. Team's fourth. Team's third, I'm sorry.
Barron to Earhart. Over to Cox, steps up, wing three, very short. We're going to get a foul on Miles. Miles on the three-point shot by Cox.
Be his second. Team's fourth. Cox will shoot three.
That is the ultimate no-no in a coach's handbook. You do not foul a jump shooter. Especially one shooting a three. Cam makes the first.
And all it does is it just takes that little bit of contact from that defender. They call it a cylinder that you have around that shooter right there. And he has every right from that point of ground he's in, that cylinder he's in, clear up to infinity in the sky. He has right to that space, and he has right to take that shot and be able to land. And that's where a lot of times you'll see some of those fouls is where there's shooters trying to land, and they enter that cylinder, and you'll get called for it every time.
Cam makes all three, pushes the lead back out to 9. As we go under 3 minutes to go in this ball game. Burnside goes for the dunk, blocked from behind by Barron. Baird, free throw line. Got in there, had nowhere to go, throws it back out. It's going to go to Cox, and that'll be over and back on the Bears. Keaton's got to shoot that.
Yeah, he does. He coming in strong like that. He had position, he had size, he needs to continue on.
Lead now is 10 by the Bears. Bortel. No good. Rebounded by Drew Barron. Gives it up to Cox. Now Marksbury. Dribble across the timeline. Going to be double team. Tries to get out, throws it away.
Marksbury wondering how in the world he didn't get a whistle for a foul on that. I will admit, it's been kind of odd. We've seen some very physical moments in this game with no whistle, and we've also seen some light touches, and that whistle's blown.
Miles, go down low. Burnside, off the glass, no good. I believe we're going to get Cox.
Yeah, we are. Be Cam's third foul, team's fifth.
2 free throws the rest of the way for both teams. Burnside will step to the line for 2. He's 3 of 3 on the evening. I did that too.
You did that one too? You're claiming that one, huh? I call you out on one, and then you're going to claim that one.
Burnside misses them both.
I did that one. How's that?
I'll give you that.
All right.
Earhart now double team. We'll get a foul on number 12, Burnside.
It's going to be his second foul, team's fifth. Earhart to the line to shoot 2. Not who Coach Simpson wanted to foul, I believe, in this scenario. Earhart so far on the season, 83.2% from the stripe.
Luke makes the first. Luke makes them both. Lead now back to 12. Good recovery here after that timeout by Coach Burns.
Oh, they're going to call travel. Turnover.
The pest got to him.
Yeah, he did. Minute 49 left to go in the game.
This ball is going to be in Luke and Cam's hands as much as possible. Marksburg goes to Barron. Back out to Earhart. Here comes the double team. Over to Barron. Barron fakes the 3.
That
back
was
to
wise.
Luke. Very
Smart
move. Gives it to Marksbury. Back to Cox. Bears looking to run clock.
Now they're going to get the foul. Woodsturl is going to get called for his second. Put Cox to the line. I'm just honestly surprised, Bo, it took South that long to get a foul.
Yeah.
A lot of time.
12.
A lot of time off the clock in that possession. Bears doing a great job moving the basketball around. South still with opportunities to foul and never did. And wasted probably a good 30 seconds, it seems like. Only to give up 2 free throws to Cam Cox.
Lead now back to 14. Pierce gets it to Miles. Open for 3. He hits it. Timeout, Coach Simpson, and that's it for South.
11-point lead for the Bears, like you mentioned a little bit ago, comes storming back after giving up, putting it clear down to 3 points, I think, was what their lead got down to.
Coach Burns took a timeout with 5:15 left to go in the fourth. The score's 57-54.
Yeah, 3-point lead.
Since that time, in 4 minutes, the Bears have outscored them 15-7.
Yeah. Spencer County doing a great job on the offensive side. Burns, we talked about it, having to stop the bleeding, rally the troops, get everything going, and really have found a lot of good looks underneath the baskets, a few shots from the outside, and but the defense. What can you say about the defense? Just really tightened up, early in the fourth quarter, giving up some of these looks in the corner where they were leaving some guys unguarded, kind of cleaned that up with that timeout, kind of getting somebody in their face, making sure that they couldn't get that shot off clean, and that has made the difference in these last few minutes of ball game.
John, I said two things before this game started. You might have to get north of 80 to win. I don't quite think we're going to get there, but we're going to be close.
Yep.
And I said you may also see 63s put up tonight, and as of right now, we've seen 56 between the two teams.
It's unreal.
Earhart.
Immediately fouled by Burnside. Going to be his third foul. Put Luke on the line. Coach
27 tonight for Luke Earhart. The Bears have 4 in double figures right now.
Coach Simpson trying to do everything he can here to extend the ball game.
Luke makes the first.
And Coach Burns wisely making sure that it was either Luke or Cam that was going to be the ones getting that inbound, taking that foul, and putting his best shooters on the line.
Yeah, it brings Drew Barron back in for defense. Luke makes them both. Oracle to B. Gets it to Miles. Back to B. Corner 3. No good. Rebounded by Baird. He'll be fouled by Burnside, and that'll be number 4.
Smart foul by Burnside right there, really. A lot of times you end up with a few passes happening after that rebound, being able to take a hold of Keaton Baird right away to try to save as much clock as he can, as we're under a minute left to go in this game. Keaton Baird stepping to the line, 4 or 7 tonight from the free throw line.
Makes the first. He's definitely, between the three that's been handling the ball, between Luke, Cam, and Keaton, he's the one Coach Simpson wants at the line.
Yeah, he definitely does.
Keaton, a good free throw shooter in his own right, 65% this
That's
year.
right.
But Luke and Cam both over 80. Well over 80, over 85. Layup, no good. Another rebound by Baird and another foul by Burnside, and that'll be it for him.
That's 5.
Coach Simpson's got 30 seconds to make a replacement. He's already sent in Adrian Miles. Keaton will step back to the line for the Bears. Makes the first.
Keaton Baird, one of those players we talked about in preseason, we felt was going to be pivotal to this team this year. The physicality that he could bring and what he could do underneath the basket for the Bears. And a game like this tonight, he's just showing it, Bo. 12 rebounds, 14 points. Just an unreal effort from Keaton Baird tonight.
The Bears clear the bench. We have Adam Medley, Brady Smith, Ben and Chris Armstrong, along with Sam Cook for the Bears. We'll try to get Searcy, Adrian Miles, Taylor Scharf, and Lincoln Fasold. Rebounded by Armstrong. And the Bears will probably run out the clock from here. If I'm them, I don't, John. I don't get the opportunity to play varsity. You put me in, I'm trying to score.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to shoot the ball.
We go under 20 seconds. Medley, trapped down on the baseline. Gets it out. Cook, he'll take the 3. It's no good. Gonna go out of bounds.
That was your north of 80 right there.
That was my north of 80 right there. It didn't make it. And South will dribble out the clock, and that's your final. Spencer County, huge 8th region win tonight, 78-61 over South Oldham.
Spencer County, just a great effort all around in this game. I mean, this is a South Oldham team that coming into tonight, we mentioned, had won 9 in a row until they took that loss to North Oldham last Friday night that, Bo, you mentioned they were even leading by 2 going into the fourth quarter in that game. So this is a team definitely seasoned, got a lot of experience, a lot of great shooters from this North Oldham team. Spencer County just able to best them. Defensively doing a great job on the floor tonight.
Daggone job, my over and unders tonight, I just missed them. You'd think I was Vegas. I was right there at it.
I didn't think you were Vegas. I'm just going to say that.
It just went final over at Collins, too. Oldham County 75, Collins 55. But, yeah, my predictions tonight, 80 points should be what it is to win. It's 78 for Spencer County. I said 63s. There was 59 taken between the two of them.
Right there. Just right there.
I could see it. But it just wasn't there. We'll go over some stats here before. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's take a quick break.
Let's take a quick break.
And then we'll come back and go over some stats and then have Coach Burns and our player, Trevor Brown Construction player of the game right after this.
Are you looking for a reputable shop to take care of your ride? Stop by Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center, offering all manner of body and mechanical work to keep your vehicle looking and performing at its best. Conveniently located at 910 Taylorsville Road in Taylorsville, or find us on the web at Dougherty'sBodyShop.com. Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center. Big or small, we fix it all.
Welcome back to Spencer County High School. Spencer County, big 8th region win tonight, John. 78-61 over South Oldham. The game, I'm not going to lie to you, I was kind of worried about coming in. I watched two games South today. I watched their game against North Oldham and their game that was at Henry County against Owen County. And I knew this team could ball.
Oh, this team was for real. There's no doubt about it. Spencer County beat a very, very good Dragon basketball team tonight. And, again, it just so much of it revolved around that inside presence that Spencer County had. What they were able to do underneath the basket between scoring and rebounding, I mean, it was just unreal. And as we look at some of the stats here to round out the game tonight, rebounding itself, Spencer County leading the way in rebounding, 34-21 in this game tonight. 10 of those rebounds being offensive rebounds for Spencer County. So that's huge in itself, getting that second chance, getting that second opportunity. Looking at the turnover margin, too, that's another big one we like to watch. Spencer County, leading the way just a little, 13 turnovers to 15 for the South Oldham Dragons. Steele, South Oldham kind of had us a little bit. Little handsy there and a few times being able to get in there in some of those passing lanes and knock them loose, and had a few blocks on us as well. But Spencer County still just responding throughout the game, constantly responding and doing what they needed to do. Overall shooting, Spencer County led the way, 41% from the field, 36% from three-point range, which keep that in mind because we talked about some of these percentages with this South Oldham team when we came in as a team that's shooting 39.2 from three-pointer on the season. Spencer County holding them to 29% from three-point tonight, and that in itself was massive for the Bears, also holding them to 39% as a whole from the field, a team that regularly shoots 49% from the field. Looking at some individual stats, Luke Earhart leading the way for the Bears, 29 points, 17 for Cam Cox, 14 Keaton Baird, 12 for Jack Armstrong, 4 for Drew Barron, and 2 for Jackson Combs. Looking at the opponents here, the South Oldham Dragons, no surprise, leading the way for them, Julian Miles with 15, 12 points for Burnside, Worshel with 10, 11 for Brooksby, 8 for Veers, 2 for Miles, for Adrian Miles, and that rounds out the scoring with them for 21. And coming up on stage with us right now, we have our Trevor Brown Construction player of the game tonight, Keaton Baird. Double-double tonight. Double-double. I didn't know if you know that yet or not. 14 points, 12 rebounds on the night's what we have. Great game for you. coming into this game, did you guys try to figure that you might be able to work some presence underneath the basket?
Yeah, he just told us. I mean, we know that they've been really hot in the region recently, and he told us before the game that we should be able to dominate the boards, especially against this team. So we just tried to eliminate as many threes as he said they hit, usually around 14 threes a game. So we just tried to get our hands up high and rebound the ball.
Very, very.
And the band's in my ear. It's hard to hear.
Very guard-oriented team this South team is, and you guys come in tonight and really shut them down defensively. I sensed a lot of gamesmanship between the two coaches tonight. A lot of switching defenses between both of them.
Yeah, we're both, pretty good teams in the region, and he told us before that they were ranked higher than us in like every stat and every ranking out there, so that really gave us a little bit of momentum. But he used to coach there. They're both really good friends, and I'm friends with some of the players on the team, so it was nice to have good sportsmanship throughout the game.
Yeah, a little bit of battle between you and Burnside underneath the basket for a lot of that game.
Yeah, I couldn't get a call there for a while, but it was all right.
Yeah, but still dominating on the inside. That was something we noticed right off the bat. Big advantage to have you underneath on the inside on that, being able to work. Whether you were able to get position with some spin moves or you were able to look to the outside for the outside shooter, just a huge, huge presence for us on the inside tonight.
Do you sweat? I'm sweating sitting up here, and here he comes up here.
I only really sweat when it's like hot, like the temperature-wise. During the game, I don't usually sweat that much.
Now, you guys now got 6 games in a row going to Gallatin County Saturday. District play is over, so now you got time to kind of get everything set ready for districts. Anything extra you guys working on?
No, we just everyone.
Without giving any trade secrets.
All of our district games are tough, and we know that. There's not a single game where we're going to go in and beat them by 30. We have to work for all of it, even region play. So we just got to keep working hard in practice. I think we're getting better game by game, and we just got to keep that up.
Well, great game again tonight. Again, 14 points, 12 rebounds, double-double. We saw it coming together, and we were hoping and we were praying. All right, there's another rebound. There's another rebound. But it's great. You're having a great season this year. This is something we talked about early in the year. We felt like you might be pivotal to this team this year and what you were able to do underneath. Good season so far. Let's keep it rolling.
Yep.
Hey, celebrate this young man. That's a good team right there.
Thank you, guys.
Keith Baird, our Trevor Brown Construction Player of the Game. We'll get Coach Burns in here.
Now, we've been instructed that we have to have you in view of the monitors somewhere.
In view of the monitor?
You have to be able to see. Charlie has a few images of you during the game where he's wondering quite what you're thinking.
That was a 360 spin move. I looked at Sean Sullivan and said, "Did you teach him that?"
And then the lean.
Oh, wow, man. That's a dangerous tool right there.
Great game tonight, though. Just had Keaton Baird up here. Double-double for Keaton, 14 points, 12 rebounds. What did the inside presence between him and Jack Armstrong mean to this team tonight?
Well, we knew we had an advantage. In fact, I thought we actually rebounded pretty well in the first half, but I didn't tell them that. We did. We had a couple offensive rebounds we give up there right before the half, and they gave up wide open threes, but I just knew we could even, we just needed a little bit more, but we did a good job all night. So
this is probably the top 3-point shooting team in the state.
Oh, heck yeah.
And I looked through the record books, and the top 4 all time is Coach Simpson and his squad. You guys really, for the most part, through the first 3 quarters, you guys kind of shut that down really in a way. And then they went on that little run. You got up 18. They went on that run, cut it to 3. When you called that timeout, it was over.
Well, we didn't. I didn't think we did well first 2.5 minutes, but luckily they weren't hitting. And then towards that third quarter, it's really because we didn't have good shots down on our end, and then it was transition, so our defense wasn't set, and they were getting drive and kick threes. And I think they were almost averaging 14 or a little over 13 a game, and
they were 10 of 34 tonight.
Yep, ended up 29% from 3-point. Well under their average, normally 39.
Yeah. Like I said, we did, especially the second quarter. Like the second quarter, we did a really, really good job. In our press, we got some turnovers, and that kind of set the tone. And
And then there, just middle of the third quarter, same deal. We kind of switched defenses a little bit and got a little bit of a lead. And yeah, we played well. We knew we'd have to. I mean, they were playing really well, and I watched that North Oldham game, and those are two teams. I thought, man, I don't know how we stopped them. And
North went crazy in that fourth quarter, 34 points, and that's took that to win. Without getting all mushy or anything, Coach Simpson means a lot to you.
Yep. Yeah, I said that the other day too. No, I mean it's funny because we were even joking as coaches, but everybody steals from everybody, but man, I got a lot of stuff I steal from him.
I mean,
and a lot of our stuff is so similar, so it's funny because both of us are yelling at, and there's some stuff I haven't even changed the name of the play, so it's the same exact cuts and whatever, and so he's yelling a number and I know what's going on, and I'm yelling a number and he knows what's going on, so it's fun. It's different, I guess, because like our district games, we all know each other so well too, but it's just it's just a different dynamic when I've worked the guy for so long and he's been so good to me. So
34 years, there's a lot of branches on that coaching tree.
Oh yeah, he's a good one, man. He is like I said, I learned a lot from Coach Patino, but I learned more from that guy right there, and he's why I'm here. So
Gallatin County this week.
Yep, it's going to be very similar style, so shoot a lot of threes and a lot of guards, and hey, it's always tough. I don't know if you've looked at I believe Spencer County has only won at Gallatin County one time.
Wow.
I think that was Sam Conley's that was COVID year, Sam Conley. I think. I could be wrong on that, but it's always a tough place to play, and they got a really good team, so
yeah.
You have to want to get there.
Yeah, you do. I mean, you're on a mission, and there's no good way.
And all of a sudden, boom, there's high school.
We went up there last year for the girls' 8th region tournament.
Hit the river and turn right. That's pretty much the direction. So, but no, great game tonight, Coach. I mean, good win. It was a game that Bo and I, honestly, coming in, we were a little nervous about.
Yeah.
Wondering what this might be, and because knowing the talent that South Oldham was bringing, knowing what they just did with North Oldham, knowing that they had won 9 in a row before that loss to North Oldham.
And they heard this after that first time out too, but we were a little bit worried, like I even said last time, when you play a district game every Friday night for the whole month of January, it kind of wears on you a little bit, so it's like all of a sudden we don't have a district game this week, so it's And look, we did not have a very good practice yesterday, so that would really I didn't sleep well last night just because of that. But it's kind of like we maybe got a little content of, hey, our district game's over, but we responded pretty well. So,
well, Coach, appreciate you coming up here.
Yeah, of course.
And as always, and go get them Saturday, and we'll see you back here. I don't think you're back here for a couple weeks, are you? 3 more
Friday,
home games?
Maybe
next Friday. Next Friday, yeah.
I think 3 more home games is all you got. Maybe 4.
I don't know. Yeah.
Anyway, either way, folks, you need to come out and watch this group. Coach Burns, thank you for coming out here on our Kelly Hubbard coaches interview. And, John, I can't say it enough. Big-time 8th region win tonight.
Oh, it was
what could be one of – North is the – right now has been the class of the 8th region.
It has.
Woodford is there. They've kind of fell off just a little bit. But I'm telling you, I think South, they're not there in the RPI, but I think they're right up there with the way they've been playing over the last month.
Well, and it's a South team that, I mean, we mentioned it briefly during the game, that's in a district that is pretty tough on its own. When you're looking at the North Oldham team that's just – outclassing so many other people, but you also have an Oldham County team with Max Green on it that even though Spencer County was able to come back and get a win in overtime, Max Green still hung 36 on us. I mean, you're talking about a quality athlete right there and a great shooter, and now you have the South Oldham team that just lines them up around the outside and says, we're going to throw them up and we're going to see who can hit the most. And so that's going to be an interesting district to see who comes out of there and is able to advance to the region, because I guarantee you, one of those teams that doesn't get to advance to the region is a team that could probably beat half the teams that will be at the region. So it's it's going to be a disappointment for somebody, but it just shows how talented those 3 Oldham County schools are.
Could very well be 3 of the top, maybe 5 or 6 teams in the region in that
Easily.
one district, and
Easily.
one of them is not going to be there.
Yep, that's right.
So, John, we will be back on the air Saturday.
Yeah,
that
makeup
is
game.
The makeup game
That's
for
right.
the girls Collins game Saturday at 3:30.
Yep.
As always, we want you guys to come here, but if not, John and I will be here to bring you all the action. We'll come on about 3 o'clock with our pregame show, and game time tip is at 3:30.
All right, there's no NFL playoffs this weekend. College football's over with. If you'll let us compete with you in the living room for some time away from college basketball, we'll bring you a good ball game. So.
Absolutely, you sure will with these Lady Bears who have been playing pretty good, still playing pretty good, despite the last couple losses against probably 2 of the top 3 teams in the region.
Yep.
But, John, that's all I've got for tonight. Your final score here from Spencer County High School: Spencer County 78, South Oldham 61. We'll see you Saturday here on GHP Sports.